welcome to the review. If you feel like reading along while the video is playing, you can do so on Substack, where the review is written with photos and quotes from the thing as well. Not all of them, but a couple. Options are always there.
Stay back, man. I got this.
Out of all the games in the Resident Evil series, Resident Evil 2 Remake is the one I'm most familiar with.
Don't come any closer.
The gruesome, bloodied halls of Raccoon City's police station were burned into my retinas way back in the virus days. The C virus, which kept us confined during those dark days of 2020. And I know C virus is also a thing in one of the Resident Evil games. Ignore that one, I'm making a joke. That was the true beginning of my love for gaming horror. Not the Resident Evil 6 C virus, the COVID one. A Let's Play series created by the Outside Xbox YouTube channel, in which they played the Resident Evil 2 remake, was the first time I was brave enough to begin that journey. Come to think of it, it might have been the remake of 3, but I quickly followed it with 2, so it was basically the same thing. And now, more than 5 years later, I am finally going to play it myself. Yippee! But, before we delve in, we should look at what our previous installment left for us to compare to. The Resident Evil Remake left for us some of the series' trademarks to look forward to.
But all I know for sure is that this place is crawling with zombies.
Which also happen to be some of the survival horror genre's go-tos as well. Listed previously, we have a lingering sense of dread, the fear of the unknown, and learning through death. In terms of characters, there are minimal further developments, though there will be a little bit of Redfield action. Now, I'd like to begin with an appreciation of the opening credits, theatrical and tone setting as they were. They were a sign that the experience of this game would be akin to watching a movie, in which in certain moments it was, but it does still remain a game, albeit a scary one. This remake ramped up the gore to all sorts of unnatural levels. Muscles and viscera in great, horrible detail, and heads exploding upon a critical hit. Only this time, instead of heads simply exploding in a spray of blood, now they split in half and flop like a budding bloody flower. Yay! Perhaps it's the closer, over-the-shoulder perspective, or maybe it's the improved maneuverability of both the player and the zombies. But Resi 2 builds, I hesitate to say more tension, but a different kind of tension. A much more intense kind of tension. Where Resident Evil 1 has the Crimson Heads who reanimate after a certain amount of time, Resident Evil 2 lets any zombie just get up if you haven't made utterly and completely sure they're down for good.
Making an important new medicine.
Umbrella? That big pharmaceutical company?
My mom's always at work. I don't get to see her much.
Well, hopefully you'll get to see her again soon.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Let me go! I'll get you, you fucker!
They also consistently assault the police station and clamber through any windows you haven't managed to board up yet.
Stay safe, Sherry.
Persistence is also prevalent in Resident Evil. I suppose you would call it a theme. William Birkin is a mutated monster who fights Claire a number of times throughout her campaign, and does a similar thing with Leon in his. And each time he comes back stronger and more disgusting than ever. And then there's Mr. X, a tyrant similar to the one seen in the finale of the first game. His whole thing is to be a stalker, an enemy who will hunt you down consistently through significant portions of the game. And this isn't just a boss fight or a chase sequence, he's literally roaming in the largest open area in the game while you're trying to progress and to get the hell out of there. This monster, though classy, is terrifying and intimidating beyond belief. This is especially true during Leon's campaign.
No one's around.
Whoa, don't shoot!
Get down!
Come on!
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll have some answers at the police station.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire, you okay?
Yeah! I'm alright! How about you?
You can't stay here, it's not safe.
Go on ahead! I'll meet you at the station!
I'll be there.
For my second run, this time as Leon Kennedy, I didn't make the same mistakes as Past Me did with the first game. No hard difficulty for me. Not this time, anyway. Hardcore difficulty is breathing down my neck right now. I found in this playthrough that I was a lot more reckless, thinking I had the experience under my belt and could easily breeze through it.
What the?
And while I did complete the game faster, it may not have been entirely a result of my obviously immense skill level.
Jesus Christ!
The way Resident Evil 2 builds replayability is with its B scenario, called Second Run in this remake. In the Second Run playthrough, all the intro cutscenes and tutorial section in the gas station is skipped over, and you begin essentially from the cutscene where both characters meet again at the police station. That happens in the first playthrough. This means you run around and find notes from the first character, in this case Claire, about what they've been up to, which is what you've already played through.
In the neighborhood, you'll find it.
Where I expected safety in an item box and a typewriter, used to save progress in the game, all I got was a computer showing the intimidating Mr. X walking down the hallway, ready to beat me to a pulp. I do really like the way the two stories are integrated together, because although the overall structure and layout in setting and story are nearly identical, both Claire and Leon have different priorities and different interactions. For example, Claire's journey sees her rescuing young Sherry Birkin and reaching the sewers through a secret tunnel in an orphanage, which is where Leon has no reason to be near.
Oh my god!
Meanwhile, Leon meets Ada Wong
Stop asking questions and get the hell out of here.
and follows her into the sewer through Kendo's gun shop on a mission to stop Umbrella. Both to the sewers, but both with different objectives and routes, and each playthrough lets you play as those side characters, Sherry Birkin in Claire's and Ada Wong in Leon's.
About that. They want to know about the G virus and a big fucking sinkhole in the city, which, by the way, rumor has it goes straight to your underground lab.
Now, for the final verdict, Resident Evil 2 Remake amps up many of the first game's horror-related features to a gloriously modern degree. All the upgrades in tech over decades has meant we can see the horror in way too much detail, and that makes the game so much scarier. I found myself eager to go through that second playthrough, and I'm honestly excited to attempt the hardcore difficulty one day, as well as the extra Ghost Survivors DLC.
What they did to us. Just give us some privacy.
A good sign of a fun, intriguing, and replayable
That's why I
game.
joined the force.
Now, for the spoilers.
Hello?
What?
Where's
Annette. Everything's under control.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
Where the first game set up the concept of the series with zombies, mutants, and shady characters, this second one establishes the future of the series, We see Umbrella with more power with the USS, what I assume is the Umbrella Secret Service, more connections with William Birkin, and more monsters. Not to mention Ada Wong's involvement, implying some sort of criminal underground aware of the TG and whatever other viruses Umbrella has concocted.
Glad I watched that.
It's also worth noting that although the surviving STARS members from the first game, Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, and Rebecca Chambers, were absent, there remain signs of their presence. Barry, along with Jill and Chris, appears in a photo with the whole STARS squad. Rebecca's medkit is seen hanging by her desk, and an infamously questionable photo can be found hidden in Wesker's desk.
Wait! I can treat her. In my lab. It's not far away.
Mommy? Why are you doing this?
Because I care.
Thank you, Claire. Your jacket's so warm. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Are you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble.
A letter from Jill is lying in Kendo's gun shop, hinting at an interaction between them in the third game. And a letter from Chris is left in the STARS office, detailing his time under a girl's extra large umbrella. Anyway. Claire Redfield. Claire was a determined and focused character from the beginning of her terrifying journey through Raccoon City. Her quest to find her brother Chris quickly went awry upon learning he had left on vacation. Once she finds Sherry, her mission changes to saving the two of them and escaping the city. As one should. Though she doesn't appear much in the rest of the mainline games, her new mission will be preventing any more virus-related horrors, which is vital in this universe. And despite her impressive combat ability, it won't be her preferred form of conflict. Opting instead for more humanitarian methods.
Oh no.
Sherry Birkin. Who knows what gory sights Sherry witnessed over the course of Resident Evil 2's campaign? If they were even close to what I saw, then she's going to be having a fair few sleepless nights over the course of her life. Especially upon hearing the outbreaks happening in each of the subsequent games, some of which are more secluded than others, I suppose. Not to mention witnessing her father mutate and her mother die.
I'm not handing over anything!
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin.
She's worryingly cheery in the closing scene of the remake. Hopefully she finds a very good therapist.
Look at that. All right. Hell yeah. This ends now.
She is my creation!
William! I should have killed him while I had the chance.
This ends now.
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
Leon Scott Kennedy. Sweet babyface Leon. Being late to work on his first day set off so many important events that fundamentally alter the course of this man's life. Had he been on time, he would likely have met a similar fate to Marvin, the only surviving cop in the station. Briefly, anyway. Similarly, there's another turning point in his journey when Ada Wong, posing as an agent of the FBI, tells him to stop asking questions and simply survive. But Leon is an agent for good. He stops at nothing to make sure that those responsible for the outbreak are brought to justice. Or would if he could at this point. He comes back again and again to put a stop to further outbreaks as the series progresses, and will return in Resident Evil Requiem.
Good God, William. What have you done?
Perhaps he will finally put an end to the viral madness. Yeah, I don't think so either.
I ran into Annette.
Ada Wong.
She claims you're not FBI.
Ada's literally death-defying shenanigans begin now on her mission in Raccoon City. I mean, who knows how she survived the huge drop into that underground lab pit, especially with an injured leg and a gunshot wound. Her allegiances remain unknown, as she even shows feelings for Leon rather than caring exclusively for herself. Unless that was to get the G-Virus and a full sense of security, and she does still remain a high priority to herself. Maybe I'm too naive. I wonder if she caught the G somehow, and where her ambitious missions will take her next. In Resi 4, presumably. I'm excited for it. Umbrella. Now we begin to see the true scale of Umbrella's influence and the extent of their resources. First we encounter Mr. X, one of Umbrella's intimidating tyrants, who shows intelligence and loyalty enough to carry out specific missions and search for targets, primarily those that surround Claire and Leon, unfortunately. Then we explore the Nest. Hidden under the city, who knows how they built such an extensive pit of labs and transport and Lord knows what else without the public knowing. Evidently they have sway, politically, definitely economically, and with more and more badass people surviving their mess-ups, the innocent pharmaceutical company face of Umbrella won't hold up much longer either. I'm sure we'll see more of them in Resident Evil 3. Thank you once again for listening to my rambles, or thank you for the first time. Whatever it may be, feel free to do the usual things, like, comment, subscribe, turn into a zombie, mutate into a giant creature, go wild. Oh yeah, but if you're not infected, don't get got. Again,